Welcome back to our special Pride edition of the show. So listen, there are so many incredible organizations out there devoted to supporting the LGBTQ2S+ community. And recently, Jess had the chance to chat with two people who work with one such organization, Toronto Pflag. Take a look.
It's Pride Month, and today I'm going to celebrate by meeting with some people who celebrate and support queer kids, their parents. Giselle, can you tell me a little bit about Pflag?
Toronto Pflag has been around for over 50 years. It was started by a mom of a gay kid who was supporting her son, and gradually people through word of mouth back then heard more about it, and they started to connect, and that's how Pflag was born.
How has it grown since then?
Well, Toronto Pflag now, we offer 3 monthly support meetings. We offer Dad's Night group, and that's specifically for dads once a month.
Joel, tell me about your relationship to Toronto Pflag.
When my kid came out, I have a bunch of mom mentors who helped me raise my kids. And I reached out to one of my mom mentors who put me in touch with Giselle. And after that, I started to attend in-person meetings. And as I learned, I noticed a couple things. We think about things differently, the moms and the dads. So with that, Dad's Night was born.
What did you first notice at the first few meetings, the difference between with just the dads present?
What we first thought was that this would be a social event where dads would get together and talk about football or hockey, and they would also talk about their kids. But what we realized right away when we saw the dads coming was they were there for support. And they really were anxious to laugh and to cry and to really show some honest emotion about how they felt.
There are a lot of questions that parents have. I'm struggling with this, but I still support my child, and they need to know that their emotions are valid. You can support and love and accept your kid and still struggle with your emotions around this because it is an adjustment.
This is the most important thing that I've ever done in my life. I have a job, I am a dad, I have so many important roles, but in terms of the world, this is the most important work I have ever done. My son and I march together in the Pride Parade, and we take a particular picture at the end every year, and it really marks our journey together as father and son, and how far we've both come as humans.
Jess, what a beautiful piece. I know you and our producer, Akriti, put that together, so it was just so beautiful. Jada, as a member of the LGBTQ2+ community, what was your reaction watching that piece?
You know what? I was getting a little emotional because I'm from Barbados. I moved here like 15 years ago, and when I somewhat came out, I didn't really come out, someone outed me to my family, to my parents. And my mom didn't know how to take it, you know? And especially back then, Caribbean families and parents, they don't know how to really, you know, deal with, you know, when their son says, you know what, I'm gay, Mom. You're not gonna get, you know, no grandkids or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, so well, my mom thought that it was, you know, like a death sentence, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, like my son is gonna die, and you know, like he's gonna be promiscuous and that kind of thing, you know? And I just wish there were something like Pflag back then, especially in the Caribbean, that can help, you know, me and my parents and my mom too, you know what I mean? To just, you know, accept and know and love. But you know what? All she needed was some time, you know? I mean, and back then there wasn't television shows or any kind of information or that kind of thing helping our Caribbean parents.
Different climate.
Right, yeah, different time. So, but I mean, like now, like she had the time, she knows what it is to be gay, you know? She loves me so much, like she literally comes to Toronto every single summer.
Yeah.
Honey, she can't keep away from my closet. She loves the purses, everything. And when it was on Drag Race, she sent me a video and saying, I saw you on Canada's Drag Race. I love the show. I love you. And just so you know, Mother loves you and I'm rooting for you. And yeah. So super amazing.
So beautiful.
Yeah, that lives on my Instagram for sure.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, just in this piece, it was interesting to hear the father say that perhaps some moms and dads deal with this differently. What does that mean exactly?
Well, I think there is this idea that men in particular, they might want to have this facade of being very strong and not want to show any vulnerability. And quite frankly, I think a lot of parents going in, sometimes they have no experience interacting with the queer community or know anything about it. And so they found that the men would just sort of sit there like this. But in these separate meetings where it was just dad's night, they opened up and they were fine being vulnerable and they were fine asking questions. I think that's a big part of it, like this fear that maybe you will have a kid that's queer and you don't think that you're allowed to ask questions and you think sort of that you have to immediately understand everything. This space provides this completely non-judgmental space where you have this wealth of lived experience. That's what it keeps coming back to me. It's these people that have been through it and they're sharing what they've been through with other parents. I just think that's magical.
Yeah.
It's just magical.
I think you touched on, I think for me, what was the really most important takeaway is when Giselle said that you can love and be supportive of your child and still have questions, maybe even concerns, that there is space for all of us. We're not perfect, nobody is, right? So there's not one size fits all way to handle this as a parent.
That's right.
So come in with questions as long as the baseline, love and support, if it's there, then let's learn together.
So I'm just curious if you know, like this, we know Toronto Pflag has been around for 50 years, and it seems like this is predominantly run by parents of children in the community. So is it volunteer run? Can people get involved?
It's volunteer run. They get extra volunteers around Pride, but during the regular year, they have a helpline 7 days a week that you can call between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. and like the three times you get to meet in person, and plus subgroups for different cultural groups who might have more difficulty or less difficulty. It's just incredible that it's all volunteer run.
I love that. Yeah. Well, I just want to say, beautiful. Thank you, Toronto Pflag, for that. And Jada Hudson, thank you for being with us today, Jada Shada. We send our love to the entire community and have a wonderful Pride.
Thanks for having me, and don't forget, turn up!
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more discussion and debates on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.